Hey guys, welcome out of the kitchen. It's the Golden Frying Pan Man, as I'm sure you know. Um, be really weird if you were here. Um, hmm, a bear. That's real. Um, I'm sure you're here for a reason, and that reason is not because I have the most interesting conversation or anything like that. Because let's be honest, what I talk about can be kind of boring, which is what I want to talk about today, right? The sense of boring and intrigue, I guess. Entertainment, stimulation, if you will. Constantly, what? Constantly just having something, something vying at you, for you, all the time, and also the lack of that, right? I think it's interesting, which I guess should be the tagline, if ever there were one, for this channel. On account of the fact that I say it like every episode. But regardless of that, I do think it is interesting. How like we have technology, we have so many gadgets and gizmos, things that have been designed to make it so that we realistically never have to be bored ever, right? Phones are engineered by incredibly intelligent individuals, very, very smart people, to keep you entertained at all times. Not like I guess a part of it is also to keep you kind of unsatisfied, but never bored, right? You should never be bored while on the internet, really. As they say, apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. I'm finished playing and I'm staying in time. Quote Bo Sif Burnham or something like that. But yeah. Not to be too rambly, but I do have points, guys. I have points. This week was a little bit boring for me, right? To be entirely honest with you. In many ways, it was boring because like on Tuesday, I was told by a coworker, essentially, like, hey, you can't be on your phone. And keep in mind, I have a flip phone, but even then, I'm on it too much, texting people, right? Hey, what can I say? Is it easy? No. Do I do it anyway? Yeah. I'm in the trenches, guys. I'm in the trenches. I'm in the thick of it. It is an addiction. It is. It's serious, right? Genuinely. Oh no. It's something that I know is a problem. That's the reason why I got. That's the reason why I got a flip phone, because I know that it's constantly asking for my attention. But still, it's something that I've fallen asunder to. And so this week, one of my coworkers said, "Hey, if it's for work, it's fine, but I know it's not just for work, right?" And it really, took the wind out of my sails, especially for that day, right? Because I was having a normal conversation. I won't say it was a lovely conversation because I don't think it was, but it was definitely a conversation of all time. And he just kind of, elapsed any sort of plans that I had of discussing or anything like that. And I was bored, really, really bored for all of that day. It was Tuesday, and I was bored, really bored, all of that day. Because it just, like, I had stuff to do. It just, there wasn't that thing that was constantly like, giving me validation, something that's constantly like aggressively I want to do, right? And that, okay. That, I think, is a important thing. It's not, where is the metal at? It's not really a unheard of or new concept of starting something that is, or losing something that used to be commonplace, right? And so then you become a bit more aloof. You become a lot more tender to the things that you took for granted, right? Like, oh, it sucks without this thing. This is the worst. This is terrible. I can't believe it, But nah, as the week went on, it got better. It did. It's not like I got a whole lot more work or anything like that. And it was still boring at times, but it did get better. which is what I want to kind of what I want to focus on. You know, it's important to be bored. I think it's really really important. It is an ability, a capability, an important part of being alive is to be bored, to be dissatisfied, to not be completely content with what is going on. I think that it's a very important skill because it's something that you're not born with. You know, if we were like inherently born with it, I don't know if you've ever met a child before. They're not exactly like really super good at sitting still ever at all. That's not particularly their forte, you know. So clearly, there's a part of us that just inherently wants to be, what the heck, that wants to be entertained, wants to be seen, wants to be acknowledged, wants to have something and do something, right? Wow, that was a really good reflect from the pyro. Have something to do something, right? And I think that is natural, but it's also really important to be able to not do anything. It's an important skill to be able to just be. That was unfortunate. To just be without having something, you know, validating your existence at every single second of the day. That is crucial. It is crucial. Okay, that's very unfortunate. I was. Hate to hear it. No, nope. Yeah, saw that coming. Um, it is. It's an atrophying skill, but and I'm not. It's not exactly a skill that you could just get better at, like a normal muscle or like you know I don't know juggling or something like that. Uh, it's very much so a skill that you get. Like you can't just exercise it by watching paint dry or something like that. No, it's just throughout time of just kind of being bored. Um, and it is important, right? Whenever you're bored, I found that whenever I was bored, whenever I continuously, you know, didn't have, okay, I didn't continuously have something, I was a lot more appreciative of what I did have, right? While I was inherently kind of dissatisfied with everything that was going on, it made me a lot more appreciative of whenever things did go on. It made the day feel a lot more purposeful, really. Lag spike. It made it feel a lot more. Yeah, saw that coming. It made it feel a lot more worthwhile. I want to say, right? It's not like this week was exceptionally good or remarkable or anything like that. It just felt exceptionally well lived, you know? And it was because I wasn't afraid of just being bored, you know? I wasn't afraid of just well, no, it was because I was forced to be bored, really. I don't want to give myself too much credit, right? Um Being bored is not exactly like a way of life or anything like that, or a belief system or anything. It's just a generally good, you know, idea to allow yourself, you know, a generally good practice, if you will. Dang it! Yeah, that's game. A generally good practice, you know, and I really really recommend everybody here just be bored for a second. You know, that's not to say if this show, of course, bores you, don't watch it. You know, also don't waste your time. Boredom and wasting your time is not synonymous. I don't think for a second that you know, just because you're bored or you don't feel like what you're doing is interesting, that it's worthwhile. It's just whenever you have downtime, just kind of exercise that downtime. Don't try and constantly fill something or make it into the optimal experience. Just kind of let it be, you know?